building. That's why we're here. We are in this community in order for us to support each other, to collaborate, to have discourse. And seeing Liliana and Dawna pull this off with so many challenges was amazing in a time where nobody really cares about the arts because, you know, we're not in the best time in the world right now. But the positivity and the collaboration and the team effort was plausible.
Well, thank you. Would you like to say something about your
yes,
work?
Yes, I enjoyed. Liliana had told me about really thinking about the project about a year ago, and it was wonderful because I traveled a lot in that time, and I was in Greece, and then I was in Armenia, and I was taking photographs everywhere to with the exhibit in mind. And when I saw this cemetery, the image that I saw was how moth had grown onto this a gravestone, and how there were so many insects around it, and the moth was growing, and I just felt, I mean, even in the death of things, I see growth. I see that moss really intrigued me, and I was going to do something else with Beirut. But then that image kept staying in my mind, and then what I wanted to do was just to present it in a positive light. And I being from Los Angeles and being part of the movement of light and space, I wanted to project it onto a transparent, translucent, ephemeral medium, and I wanted the layers to be, and the shadows and all of that, which is all about my work. But it was amazing when I felt that I was able to combine everything that I was thinking into this image, and I transferred it with a film onto this acrylic piece, and I made it the same size as the tombstone. And I really, that was a good choice because I felt that it needed to be big. So I'm very happy that Liliana put it where she put it. I think it got amazing shadows and light and exposure, and I was very happy to be part of it and to be part of both of you. Anytime you guys curate another exhibit, I'm in.
Absolutely.
And what Mario did with the clothing, and when Alik was participating in it, and the fact that she was part of it and you included her, and I don't think she'll ever forget the experience of being part of this. And now she's in New York, and all she wants to do is art, and so I'm excited about it.
So we infected your daughter. You infected your daughter, and we added to it.
Yes, I think she loves the community. I think she loved everybody she met here. You know, she was working at Harvard, very strict, square, you know, and then she sees all these people with heart, and she's all about heart. And I think she reacted and said, fuck it, I'm leaving Harvard and I'm going to New York to make art. So I'm happy for her, and I'm truly happy to be part of your community. And sorry, my dog is also participating.
That's fine. That's fine. All right. So we have here Adriana Pratt from Argentina, living in Boston, Cambridge. Can you?
Yeah, please. I hope that you can hear me. I'm on the run to another opening. But well, what can I say? I mean, being one of the last people speaking here, I mean, what I like is that every single thing that you guys are saying resonates with how I feel, and what I do, and what my art is all about. Also, I am much like Liliana. I was born in Argentina, but I have lived in the Boston area for over half of my life. And I'm an artist, I'm a scientist too. And I'm the founder, curator of a group called I3C for Inspiring Change for the Climate Crisis. So through my art and the art of this group, we actually, our mission is really to create awareness and action for the environmental crisis. So and much like Liliana and Dawna, I've been thinking about this also in the past years. So when I met Liliana recently at the Umbrella Art Center, it was like, kindred spirits, joining. And we were doing the same different approaches, but basically, motivated by the same love for nature. So I was delighted. I was out of myself thinking when she invited me. So I thank you and Dawna. You, Liliana and Dawna, did a phenomenal job. It was so inspiring. The night so well attended, and it was brilliant and bright, and really an amazing event and an amazing collection of art that speaks so much about what we need to do. So although my art is pretty much abstract, I mean, it's very non-representational, I'm continuously creating topographies of sorts that are inspired by the calamities of the environmental crisis. So a lot of the thoughts that I have at a given time when I paint are about, the sea level rising, the temperature, extreme temperature, and all the things that you all read in the news, and you also see in our communities, no matter where we live. But I was delighted when Liliana invited me, because I could add the loss of biodiversity and native plants to kind of my portfolio of themes. That is also so inspiring and so important, so tangible. So it was a thing of beauty to be part of this, and of course I will be part, hopefully. If this goes on, I invite you also to come, for example, for the I3C group that I just mentioned to you. We have a show currently in Boston at the Boston City Hall. We'll run until the end of the month. We are planning other shows. So in our page, i3cartist.com, you can see, we are trying to create this momentum too, which is very challenging. So you also spoke about funding, about the challenges, the logistics, all the challenges of curating and installing, organizing a show. So I'm very appreciative of all the effort, because I do know also for first experience how much it takes of the time also to create your own art. So you have to juggle all these, and sometimes it's really so absorbing that it's impossible to think about your own art. So again, well, thank you. I don't want to take a lot of time, but I appreciate. I'm immensely happy to be here with all of you, and thank you for your words and your inspirations. Keep it up.
Thank you, Adriana. I just wanted to remind the artists here. I will send another reminder on Monday. So yes, there is a transition for this exhibition with the invitation of the university. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about it. Universidad Católica Argentina, which is the Catholic University of Argentina in Buenos Aires. So Veronica Parcelli, which was in this group of the artists, she's also the curator of the gallery at the university. So the transition of this exhibition will go to virtually to the university in Buenos Aires, and it will stay on the website, for prosperity. So I'm so happy that we are moving. The exhibition is not going to be physical, but at least documented at the university as well. So I'm very happy for that part too, with Veronica.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Was there any coverage in papers, in any critics? Was there anything like that that was published anywhere?
You know, unfortunately, no. And something that I'm very disappointed with Maria from the gallery, myself, we sent to the Boston Globe, to the Artscope magazine, and many other places the press release, and also as a story to tell or interview. We offer everything. I think like 4 times or 3 times to the Artscope. I was very disappointed that we didn't have any article in the newspaper. But that's why I wanted to have the catalog, because, you know, to document this exhibition, because I said, well, all this work from everybody, you know, not just as the organizer, but the artist. It's just ridiculous that we're not going to have any interviews or any article in our magazine or things like that. So part of the grant, I would like to buy the I think it's IB.
Yes, ISBN.
Yeah. So that can be offered to, you know,
that needs to be documented.
Yeah, so libraries can have it, and even that if they can go to the website, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody knows the galleries, or not everybody search for gallery for documentation. But I would love to have that to offer to libraries in different countries or in different cities, you know. So then all of the artists participating in the show can offer, you know, the catalog to local libraries or anywhere. Yeah, so I was very disappointed about that part.
Yeah. We need to fix that as a Midway community, I think.
Yeah, I think so, because even that, as I talked to Maria and I said, you know, I'm gonna put your contact as well when I send the information, because, you know, it's very competitive here. I mean, everywhere, you know, art is competitive everywhere, especially when you have to announce. And if it comes from an artist that, okay, I'm not a famous artist, so probably this person from the press release on any newspaper say, who is this? We don't know this person. So I actually add the Midway gallery, but nothing happened. So I believe that Midway needs to do a more, I don't know if that's the word, but aggressive in terms of.
We need to build relationships with
newspapers
and have them see who this Midway Studios are. I mean, I think there's a lot to cover here, and they need to be aware.
That's what tag outreach co-chairs are supposed to do. So, I mean, hopefully people will recognize there's a real need and run for those positions and create those relationships.
Yeah, that's really very important job, especially having in mind that there are a lot of online art platforms that can be used, or they can use the material that Midway Gallery and Midway community can present. I remember having some materials in previous years on one of those platforms. I forgot its name. Boston Art or something about it. Maybe Sarah remembers, because I remember before pandemic when we had our shows, there were some people coming from them to photograph and to write about it. There were open studios and other shows.
Yeah, that was a local South Boston paper, but I see that Leslie has had her hand up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Leslie's having a hand.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Thank you for letting me speak. Sorry. My voice is a little gone, but I am a Fenway resident, and I'm very passionate about what we can do about climate change, and very curious about how art can be part of that conversation. And I should also say I'm on the board of directors for the Fenway News. And so I wrote a little piece about the I3C exhibit at the Piano Craft Gallery. And I'm also involved with various environmental organizations in Boston. And so I just wanted to offer a thought of maybe also offering press releases to some of those organizations to help get the word out. I think some of their membership could be really interested. So folks like the Mass Audubon or the Nature Conservancy, Emerald Necklace Conservancy, lots of organizations around who could be interested. And I'm happy to connect with you and discuss further.
Thank you. Sorry. No, thank you, Leslie, because your name sounded familiar, but I didn't now click. Thank you so much. It was a beautiful article, amazing, and I just posted it in our page. So thank you.
Wonderful. I'm not really an artist. I'm an amateur photographer. That's about as far as it gets. But I love the arts, and I'm very passionate that we do something about climate change. So it's amazing together, and why I wanted to show up today. So thank you.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful to see you here. Thank you again.
Thank you. Leslie, I put my email in the chat. So if you would like to send me information, or if you would like to, I know the exhibition is already gone, but if you like to have like an article regarding to the exhibition with 21 women artists from around the world, because that's what I found is so amazing, that that this group of artists spoke about the biodiversity from their homeland. Biodiversity crisis, I will say, from their homeland. So I thought it was very, very important to say something. So my email is in the chat.
Thank you. And I will say that the Fenway News is really focused on more hyper-local issues and events. And so probably our editor wouldn't cover this. I could make a pitch, but
well, I mean,
the reason I was able to have the article on the Piano Craft Gallery is that it's really nearby with our service area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the good thing about this exhibition that we had local artists, as from Midway as well, and national and international. So I think that was the first time. I think the first time that Midway had something like this.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, if any of the artists live in the Fenway or Back Bay, Mission Hill, in our service area, I'll connect with you offline and send you all that information. So we'll find a way.
Okay, thank you.
I think
thank you, Leslie. That would be great.
Leslie, that some of the designers and or models live in that area.
Great. Fantastic. Okay, I'll be in touch, Liliana.
Thank you. Dawna, you want to talk about the designers and your work and your own work as also?
My vision was to have both professional and emerging designers from the greater Boston area, especially from underserved areas in Boston, to give them a platform outside of their area to show their designs, and also from the local art schools. So we did have someone from Mass Art, and in my previous runway shows, I partnered with LaSalle University that has a very good program for both for designers, for promotion and marketing, and also production. So my producer was a graduate from LaSalle that I had used several times when she was still a student. And one of the designers that I lured from Atlanta, she had just moved there. She was in one of my shows when she was a senior. And she is a really up and coming designer. And so it was a great mix. And then of course, we had some designers, Mario with his caution tape, which I loved, and some local environmental recycled designs. And these girls here are in a club in South Boston that it's a crochet club, but all of their yarn is repurposed or left over from other designs. Let me see what else.
Don't forget your own creations, Dawna.
Oh, my own creations. Yeah. My designs are wire. And there's like one picture and it's with 3 models. And my idea was to create 3 very similar dresses. And the first one would be mostly white with a little bit of brown and black along the edges. And then the second one would have some more brown and black being drawn in a little bit more into the white. And then the third one would be all mixed in together, the white, the brown, the bronze, the black. And the collection was called Segregation to Integration, Not Quite Yet. So it was a labor.
There will be
And I
some
had 2
photographs.
wonderful models from the building, as well as another model that I had gotten from a call that I put out.
Mhm. There will be Marina's photograph with
Yeah,
that shows some
Yes.
part of your design.
yeah, but there's one photo that has all 3.
Mm.
But yeah, and it was kind of like we had spent so much time fundraising and doing everything else that it was like the last 2 weeks I just worked on the designs like 24/7, kind of. Got finished the day of.
Oh,
That
wet
was,
paint. It's called wet paint when it goes to the show.
yeah. Yeah, I'm
Anybody
very,
wants to
very
add
happy.
something else?
Pardon?
If anybody wants to add something else or have have questions or I guess no questions.
Well, Carmen is unable to figure out how to unmute herself again. So she just put that in the
No,
chat.
I can
Oh, you
unmute
can.
myself. The only thing I
Okay.
can't go back on the screen now.
Yeah, you are on the screen.
I'm
We
here.
can see you. Yeah,
Yeah,
we can see you.
yeah,
Yeah,
we can
we
see you.
Oh,
It depends
okay.
on your setup.
Okay.
When we're in share
That's weird.
screen mode,
Yeah.
where the people go.
Yeah,
Okay.
you want to take the share screen so when we talk, we can see everybody.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Okay, there you are.
that we all are here. So cool to see you all. So great to see you all, and it was such a good thing to live through that show, to start from the start, and then live inside of it, and then cry after noticing, while noticing that it's getting taken down. Oh,
Aw.
but it
Well,
will be a new beginning.
we have to
A new
bring it
show.
up somewhere else, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to grow, you know.
Yeah.
The seedling is planted. Now it has to grow into a big tree, which is not only getting a mature tree, but it's getting bigger, and encompasses the whole beautiful world.
And in Puerto Rico, it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter.
That's not
Climate is
good.
incredible,
But the more trees you have,
the
the
better.
better air gets. So we have an assignment to grow our tree.
Oh, yes.
Let's
In-
grow it.
Instead of buildings.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that.
No, we can live on the
And
tree. You know
plastic.
about houses on the tree?
Yeah.
That would be fun to have Midway studios on the tree. I cannot though imagine that.
Yeah. Mhm.
I just wanted to mention that I did put in the chat a little earlier, and I can repeat it, but the link to the State of the Earth catalog.
Mhm.
So I think artists would like to have that. I can repost it in case. I'll just put it.
That is a very substantial work, the catalog, and it's a good read there.
Yes.
Good read is placed into that, not only the visuals, which is, thank you very much for those who created it, Liliana and Maria, right?
Yeah. And I am in the process of doing one for state of emergency.
Cool. Very good. For runway, right? For
Pardon?
runway piece. For runway show? The
Yes.
catalog that would be cool. That would be cool. Because the
Yeah.
video which is running on the monitor downstairs,
Yeah, I want to
I
get a
just-
copy of that.
it's just so you stand there and you cannot go anyway. You just look at it, into it.
Hannah, do you guys have a copy of that?
No, Maria would have that.
Maria.
Maria.
okay.
Mhm.
I think Liliana, this was one of the ones that were on the screens during the exhibit. Yeah,
The runway show one.
the runway video.
The finale.
Runway video.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
I
on
think it's
monitor
on
and-
somebody's Dropbox, right?
That is Maria's.
Liliana put it.
You could
Yeah.
ask Maria, she has that.
Sorry, so many videos these days. With the there's a lot more video art that is being displayed downstairs that it gets
Yeah.
confusing on the different screens. Who's
Mm. There are a lot
is
of
what.
videos. Yes, it's like screens are slowly replacing the paintings. I have that feeling in the space of visual art.
Mhm.
Sometimes I have that feeling, but it probably will come to a good balance at some point. Moving pictures and not moving pictures altogether.
Mhm.
All right.
Can I say something? I wanted to also congratulate the designers on the, on the invitation, the catalog. I know that takes a lot of effort, and congratulations, Mario, Hannah, and everyone that Sarah and Liliana, Dawna, all of you. I mean, I know that all of you had so much to do with that, and it's really great. It's a great design. I loved it.
Yeah.
Really great
Mario
design.
and Hannah are the best.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
they are. Yes,
Lots
they
of
are.
patience. Lots of patience with us. Thank you, Hannah.
Yeah.
It was a moment like say only one email.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, well, we don't have in this call the organizing committee, which are another 4 fabulous women from the TTN, and who were all the way all this year, every other Friday,
Yes.
meeting with us, like, oh, So they also were like very supportive of the project.
Yeah.
Good thing. Good thing is done. Not done. Just started, as we all agree. It just has started. And with that marking image that Mario Villa designed, that Mario, Hannah and Mario have created, it sits in your vision. As soon as that image pops up, you know what we are doing and what we are talking about and where we are going. Over there.
Yes, we're going to Puerto Rico, we're going to Germany.
I'm packing my bags. I'm ready.
Okay.
Too. I've never been to Puerto Rico. I've never been to Argentina. I want to go with Liliana to Argentina.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's
We'll have
pack.
to
That's packed.
put together an Argentinian trip.
Any day, any
And
day.
I guess we should bring it to
Adriana
Colombia
as
and
well.
also to Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Art
Yes,
retreat, a
exactly.
movie.
We have artists from all over, right, Liliana?
Prague.
Yes.
All the best artists of the world are striving to go to Prague because they call sometimes they call it their home now, Prague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Prague was always very kind to artists and open-minded and respectful. And you see, actually, even when you walk, there's of course there's old art. The city's filled, but a lot of new also.
Yes, that's really very important. I remember some images from my student years that belong to the Prague, to the old Prague and to the later Prague.
Yeah.
So Prague is always within culture. So let's go. Let's go, Pack.
And Violeta, Berlin.
Yes.
And yes.
Oh, welcome.
Every time now, because I am not finished this work, I am now make same pictures in
Not exactly the
not
same, but
exactly, but in
oil and
oil.
on canvas.
Oh,
Wow.
And
Well,
now I will, in 2
very
weeks I will have
interesting.
exhibition. I say for everyone that it is our project from Boston.
Mhm.
Because and they can ever see this what they may made in Boston because it's not finished. I think it will be
Ongoing.
Yes, I'm going.
That would be
Absolutely.
so great to see it, how it gets developed and how it grows and how it's getting newer and newer and newer features, I believe. If at some point it would be possible, we all be very, very grateful.
Yes. And I wanted to add that this is also like the beginning of a book maybe in Puerto Rico for me, with all the variety of plants, the pollinizers. Well, I've taken so many pictures of so many different plants in my land that I didn't even know existed until I started to be more aware of this project.
For me, same, because every time when Liliana asked me about I would like to make together this, I began to see different in the nature, and every time I make photos and photos and photos because it's so beautiful and so interesting. I can see difference between pollinators, because before I did not knew it is with pollinator insect or not. But now I am specialist. I learned very much.
Yes, I understand perfectly.
See, this is what happened with art. You know, when you focus on something and then you see that the creativity spreads, and then also it, educates, because, we artists educate ourselves sometimes when we do a project, like, especially on environmental issues. And this makes me so happy that when I started to research on native plants and the importance to plant native plants for pollinators, I said, well, this is an issue that it needs to be, talked about. And as artists, we are conduit of, of educating the public, communities, people, young people. So I'm very happy that you guys got inspired a little bit extra. So what's going on, around you? So makes me really happy.
I think that that's your answer to the question, because people are always, especially lately, I've seen a lot of talk about whether artists are, is it their duty to actually be pointing out things and showing. And there you go. It is our duty not to just be showing a beautiful sunset, but also maybe beautiful sunset covered up with smog. And
Yeah,
I think
possibly.
that art really has the power and
Yeah.
can engage people. And you see it, like even during this conversation, you can hear
You see
the
it, yes.
consequences.
Exactly right. And
That
the shows
reminds
of that
me,
kind,
oh, I just,
pardon me, just go ahead. Go
oh, I
ahead,
was just going to
please.
make a quick comment that, a lot of the beautiful sunsets that we've seen this past summer have been due to the fires in Canada. And so it really juxtaposes our that yes, you're seeing this beauty, but what is what is causing this greater magnification and beauty is the climate burning, and that's quite a
Yes, that is a very special magnificence of nature. It can even produce the horror, which is beautiful. And we have to open our eyes to appreciate it, and we have to appreciate it because it is what happens. What I wanted to say that the show of this kind that we all have experienced, it had this one more feature, for me, at least for me, just being educated, obtaining more knowledge from my fellow artists. I have a feeling that I learned a lot, that I have obtained a lot of materials to put in my inner kitchen, to use it, to create, to think through, to experience other people's art, and it is how we are getting taught from each other, by each other. And I'm very thankful for that. Very thankful for everyone who gave that opportunity, and for those two ladies who put us all together. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I think that our time is up, actually. Our time is up. Thank you very much for our hosts, as always, our beautiful designers. Thank you much. Thank you much to everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Happy creating.
Gracias.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.